Good afternoon, all. Welcome. We are here again with a very important session. I think all of us, most of us are either professionals, working, हमारा कोई बिजनेस है, हम अपना कुछ काम करते हैं. अदरवाइज फीमेल्स हैं तो वो फैमिली लाइफ को देखती हैं, होम मेकर्स हैं. हम सबका स्टिल कहीं ना कहीं एक प्रोफेशनल एस्पेक्ट रहता है. बट उस प्रोफेशनल एस्पेक्ट को बैकबोन की तरह सपोर्ट करता है. द मोस्ट इम्पॉर्टेंट पार्ट इज आवर फैमिली, our personal life, our family life. And if there is any issue in our family life or personal life, that directly or indirectly impacts our professional life and other aspects as well. Health में हम we always see so many cases in our clinics, in our patients, that many diseases and many problems, health issues are also connected directly to the disturbed family life. So today we have a very important topic, that principles of happy family life. And we are again very much pleased and honored to have HG Sham Karuna Prabhuji with us. Welcome, Prabhuji, and we'll be starting the session quickly. Let me introduce to all of you as far as just a second. Let me just share my screen so that all of you are aware about our speaker, our esteemed speaker of the day, and then quickly we'll be starting the session. And I request all of you, आप लोग session attend करें. In between कोई query है, you can post on your screens, and as soon as the session will be delivered, we will be taking care of all the queries. So, as far as our esteemed speaker is concerned, H.G. Shyam Karuna Prabhuji, he is a congregation teacher, leading spiritual and leadership courses and guiding to over 200 families and kids in Ghaziabad since 2012. He is also a lifestyle counselor, helping the families and children to live happily with healthy relationship in society based on the Vedic teachings, and also organized around 20 plus yatras annually to spiritual places like Vrindavan, Mayapur, Kurukshetra, and Himalayas. Also, he is leading the entire team for organizing various festivals, and more than 3,000 people have already involved in those festivals, and they have taken learnings from Prabhuji. And he has also been a eminent speaker and teaching from the, I will say, God of the Granth, that is Srimad Bhagavad Gita. This we already had on last Sunday. I think most of you have joined this. And as far as Prabhuji is concerned, he is from a very professional career life. He is right now with HCL Technologies, leading the techno-functional consultancy domain, and also traveled exhaustively through Europe and Asia Pacific country. He has also worked in companies like Mastech, Hewlett Packard, and he has done his BSc honors and MCA from Utkal University. So he's a learned professional, and he will be definitely taking us through the journey of the principles of happy family life. कैसे हम सब हैप्पी रहें अपनी अपनी फैमिलीज में, क्या प्रिंसिपल्स, क्या एस्पेक्ट्स हैं जो हमें ध्यान रखना चाहिए. So without wasting much time, over to you, Prabhuji, for the session. Thank you.
Hare Krishna. So thank you so much, Prabhu. Piyush Prabhu. I would like to express my heartfelt gratitude to IndianVaidyas.com, Dr. Piyush Prabhu, and also to all the audience and his good wife, Nidhi Madan Mataji, both are very favorable and pleasant personalities who is organizing various kinds of seminars like this. So today we are getting an opportunity to speak and discuss and share our thoughts based on our past experience, message from Shastra, past acharyas, and also some research works carried out by some eminent personalities from all over the world. सो आज हम बहुत भाग्यशाली है कि आपके साथ फिर एक बार इंटरेक्शन करने के लिए मौका मिल रहा है। हम स्पेसिफिकली डेटा को बेस करके डिस्कशन करेंगे, प्लस क्योंकि जैसे अभी कह रहे थे कि पीयूष प्रभु कि everyone being a professional is usually from a family. In fact, everyone, any human being is coming from a family. He may be a sannyasi, he may be a brahmachari, he may be a grihastha, he may be a doctor, scientist, whosoever it is. He must have some source of family. So, because the family is source for all these humanities, so if we'll get a healthy family living upbringing, then definitely this will make us a beautiful, responsible, an ideal human being. At this current moment, the society is demanding for ideal humans with good characters who could lead the society. Such peoples are lacking nowadays because, as everyone must be aware of, because of this digital media, there are so many misinformations are being flooded and rebounded in the years and flashed at every second, fraction of seconds in our eyes. So the impression goes very strong in our mind. So these misinformations are creating so many problems. To eradicate such misinformations, at least it's not possible at this point of time to eradicate all these problems, because uh, uh, as you know, all these shastras from different literatures, from different religions speaks about, because at this age of quarrel and hypocrisy, it's not possible to completely eradicate everything, the bad things. However, we could put efforts to cleanse, to make someone, or to give this society a better platform to uh, inculcate best qualities and devouring these wrong qualities. Unfortunately, at this point of time, spreading good informations or right informations are very less. So institutions like ISKCON, International Society for Krishna Consciousness, since from beginning itself, it's trying, like some other organizations also doing, trying to create such kind of uh, uh, propagations of the right messages, irrespective of caste, creed, educators, uneducated, whosoever it is. So knowledge is equally applicable for everyone. That is, knowledge is knowledge. It's not like PhD students should have that knowledge. Standard one students or people who was not able to read or write also should have this knowledge. Unfortunately, nowadays, after studying extensively in various institutions, prestigious institutions, silly basic dealings, a PhD scholar is not able to know. However, a person from village background, uh, uh, having no study or no exposure to this modern educations, knows how to deal with, how to respect others. So this is not because of studying in universities one will be an ideal person. Maybe he could be able to develop nice skills, but he couldn't understand how to live a good life or ideal life. There is no guarantee. Of course, on the other hand, it's not always true, and an illiterate person from village is always know how to deal with. But ideally, the weight is more in terms of living a healthy life for this village person who is illiterate is better than the other persons who is more educated from various universities. It is being studied and found. So if we'll go like this, because everyone is sourcing from family, so if everyone will get a nice family background wherein he could find all this aspect of peaceful happy living, then there is 90% of his life's problems will be easily addressable. So let us see the facts. So before proceeding, I would like to thank and welcome everyone once again. We are meeting after 2 weeks in this beautiful session, wherein we are getting an opportunity to interaction of sharing thoughts. Yeah, just a minute. Let me share screen. Okay, so I think it is visible. Yes.
Not
No,
yet, Prabhuji. Can you just open the presentation and then click on share screen?
what is it? Something is visible.
Not yet. Then you can just email us as well if you want. We can share from here.
Yeah, yes, sure.
Yeah, just hold on. It's coming. Right.
Come.
Yes,
Okay.
you can have full
Now,
screen. Yes, yes, perfect. You can have slideshow.
yes, sure.
Yes, perfect.
So, as we plan to hold the discussion a happy or principles of happy family life, so let us first understand what is a happy family living. So, here three words. If you try to understand, happy means to remain always pleasant, or at least to try remain happy, and many a times happy, sometimes morose, because this is the relative world and absolutely happy is not possible. So even in the medical terminologies, it's not possible to be absolutely cured. If absolute cure concept is there, then what is the need of this medical science? So likewise, but if you'll say given such and such criteria, if you'll do so, you'll be absolutely cure. But that is also unfortunately is not possible in this material world. The world is designed in such a way. So uh, likewise, happy living means to be happy, pleasant, and uh, relish, relishing the relationship and dealings. And where to become happy, like from the beginning of the creations itself start with, because of to making expression of relationship, that is love. To express our love, we need at least two persons. A single person cannot love himself. That is why the Lord has created the creation. And this is what the beginning of the creation. Of course, the creation itself would be a biggest complex story, which is being explained in Srimad Bhagavatam. Okay, so family means living together with pleasant dealings. Uh, if there is a beautiful dealings and relationship among the family members, then that family, even though on the earth can be spoke as this is the heaven itself, and living in that beautiful ambience of nice relationship and pleasant feelings is called living. So keeping ourselves in that nice ambience, beautiful healthy ambience, while dealing with others with least, or we can say some absolutely uh, selfless dealings, is called living. So happy family living can lead us to become happy while living in a family, because it's not possible a single human being to come out from the family and remain happy. So rather it is better to try remain inside the family and try to be happy. So let us see the data. Family starts when a person comes to two persons comes together. Okay, so to uh, accommodate the psychophysical needs of two opposite gender, they comes together with many of the commitments to live together and give some nice services and release something. There is a need of a family, and that could be inculcated with the help of the beginning is called marriage. So of course, family is not only meant means there should be some marriage. Marriage means a loving reciprocations with so many commitments. It's not a fashion, it's a commitment. It's not an entertainment, it's a commitment. Okay, so somebody who is more responsible takes more commitment, and hence he'll become a matured person. If someone is not taking responsibilities, he's not becoming a mature person. So if someone is taking more responsibilities, responsibility means more commitments, then he'll become more matured person. So let us start with marriage. What the data says: research from Washington State University revealed cohabiting couples compared to married couples have less healthy relationship. So nowadays the propaganda is, what is the need of marriage? Why to take so many pains and so many commitments? Let us live together and enjoy one another's bodily needs, psychophysical needs. However, as the common Indian saying says, अगर दूध सोप में अवेलेबल है, क्यों हम एक इतना कष्ट उठाएंगे एक गाय को पालने के लिए? So here the message is clear that there is a huge amount of lack of responsibility. And of course, चलो मान लेते हैं हम लोग शादी नहीं करेंगे या गाय नहीं पालेंगे in the same context. So suppose doing so, is it possible to become happy? Unfortunately, it is not true, and the research is saying so. We are not saying the Bhagavad Gita is saying, or Bhagavatam is saying, or Ramayana is saying. We are saying, the Bible is saying. We are saying the research, the modern research from Washington State University revealed cohabiting means living together peoples are less healthy in relationship than the married peoples. So most of the times we were thinking, oh, what kind of marriage? It's burdensome. We have taken so many pains. काश मैं शादी नहीं करता था, एंजॉय करता था, घूमता था, कहाँ फंसा दिया गया मुझे. But the data, this is an average data in common, in general, it is being said and found the fact that the married couples are more happy, more healthy in relationship than the cohabiting couples. Again, married people are generally better off in all measures of well-being. So we are talking about living happy in a family. So if someone is married, or a man and women both are married, and a man is not married, women also not married, but they are having some affairs, relationship, living together, whatever it is maybe. So many words that nowadays people are speaking. So such peoples, married peoples, such peoples are generally of having least well-being. On the other hand, peoples who are married, living together, although so many bitter events, but there are exponential number of better events. Unfortunately, we are not able to recognize or remember. The psychological picture of mind is designed in such a way that where the ego and arrogance is filled in such a way that we are not able to remember a number of good things, a number of good happenings. However, hardly few happenings we could count and remember, and we say every times, कहाँ फंस गया मैंने आके शादी करके, कहाँ फंस गया है मैरिज में, परिवार के अंदर. ओके, सो इफ विल गो लाइक दिस, क्या हमारे पेरेंट्स ऐसे सोचे थे? अगर ऐसे सोचे होते थे, क्या हम हमारे अभी का सिचुएशन में इस समाज में खड़े हो सकते थे? इट इज नॉट पॉसिबल. तो हम कैसे अभी सोचे? अगर हम सोच रहे तो हमारे नेक्स्ट जनरेशन क्या होंगे? ओके, ऑफ कोर्स एक्सेप्शंस आर ऑलवेज देयर. So but still exceptions are also can be handled if we take the precautionary measures. So researchers at UCLA explained that cohabitators explained significantly more difficult in marriages with adultery, alcohol, drugs, independence than couples who had not cohabited. So, this is the consequence of not getting married, however, living together only for the sake of enjoying the bodily needs of both man and women, which is going on. And this is a propaganda, and there are so many adulteries are being propagated. Same thing Bhagavad Gita explained when Arjuna was asked to fight against their relatives, brothers, uh, the gurus. He was given, because he was a perfect gentleman, he was giving the perfect argument in front of the Lord himself, saying, if you are asking me to fight and kill these my uh, oh, my brothers or relatives, so doing so, first the consequence will be I'll not be able to happy killing these persons, and even if I'll do so, after that their wives and childrens will go astray, they'll be polluted, kulaksaya, and once they'll be polluted, a generations subsequently will be polluted, and hence in this society there is no concept of happiness, what to speak of happy family living. So Arjuna was a perfect family man. In fact, he married multiple women. Of course we cannot copy the same scenarios, because maintaining a single lady is very difficult, even if so many big personalities after getting one going for others, but they're not able to maintain multiple, and whosoever is maintaining, his situation is chaotic nowadays. So but still Arjuna, there is no incidents ki Arjuna's wife were quarreling among themselves for a silly matters like cats and dogs. Of course there are some quarrels. So that was the situations, but still Arjuna was a perfect gentleman. It's not because to get more uh, indulgence of sense gratifications he got married multiple, but for the more responsibilities he took the hand of multiple daughters of the kings. But nowadays it's not happening. Boy happy, girl happy, let us come together and get married and enjoy for some days, even if not married, without any commitments, because of expectations, unmatched expectations. The boy is expecting so many things from the girl's body, and girl is expecting so many things from boys. And as the time passed, unfortunately in this world everything gets faded away as the time passes. So the similar thing happens, and hence the relationship disappears, and there is no sweetness. uh, at the time of marriage or coming together or first sight love, so called, uh, the same love becomes a tremendous difficult a relationship. Things is happening in such a way that the same loving wife whose face was more beautiful than the moon, uh, the same person is becoming more devastated than the thunderbolt. And the other end is also true. The same man is killing the so-called beloved for this, for sake of silly purpose, nothing else. But still, peoples are being getting informations of love and romance in the form of electronic medias, serials, televisions, uh, the movies, where there is no where there is hardly drops of love. So, and sometimes the loves are being misinterpreted. The lusts are being considered as love. Love means sacrifice. Where is the loves nowadays? A single sacrifice, a dot of sacrifice, iota of sacrifice, if someone is doing, is expecting an amount which is equal to a mountain in reciprocations. So, where there is sacrifice. So, a person who is living together but not married, or the couple, is prone to adultery, alcohol, drugs, dependence than the peoples who are married. So, married people have significantly lower rates of alcoholism, suicide, psychiatric care, and higher rates of self reported happiness. Okay, so many of you must be counselors or doctors, and you must have heard such situations coming and asking for counseling and help. And the society is goes like this nowadays, and this is what is the data, this is the mirror. So if someone is married but somehow is not being guided or counseled by some seniors, like if you look back earlier, the marriage were happening at the age of the boys at the age of 11, the girl is at the age of 7, 6, right? The marriage was happening. It means a girl is reserved for a boy, so the boy will not go for adultery, nor the girl. And that is not enough. And from the beginning days itself, before puberty, the girl is being trained by the mother how to deal with your family, how to deal with your husband, how to deal with your in-laws. So when he developed puberty and got married and go to the husband's house or in-laws house, by that time he could develop love. It's a trained love, which is not happening nowadays. So that we were saying nowadays, when you will think, because we are not having right understanding what is the child marriage, how it was happening, how it was designed, we were saying it was simply old fashioned, it is not possible at this point of time. Okay, if that is not possible, better to do a better way, but we are failing. So there should be a training for everyone to develop a nice relationship. There should be some training, but where is the training to to earn money? There are so many trainings and educations and informations, and where is the training for living a happy married life? There is no training. Even if the parents are not being trained, and hence the subsequent generations and kids, and how a kid is not being trained to become a nice husband, a nice wife, a nice parents, can become a nice one. It is not possible. So but it is being expected, like uh, It is being expected. The elders are expecting from us, like when I was a kid, I was college going. That time our elders were expecting, oh can you please आप मेरा पैर थोड़ा दबा देंगे. तो जब हम पैर दबाते थे, वो कहते थे कॉलेज में पढ़ाई कर लिया, इतना अच्छा पढ़ाई करते हैं, पैर दबाना नहीं आता है. सो आई वाज गिविंग ए लव. कहीं पे हमें पैर दबाना सिखाया नहीं गया, विच इज ए बेसिक रेसिप्रोकेशन. कहीं पे नहीं सिखाया गया. लाइक हम अपने बच्चों को नहीं बताते कि जब बड़ों आते हैं जाके इनको दंडवत करो, पैर छुओ. नहीं, ना हम करते हैं ना हम इनको सिखाते हैं. हाय बाय करना सिखाते हैं. सो it looks very simple activity, but paying obeisances, दंडवत करना, पैर छूना और हैंडशेक करना या हाय करना, उसमें the reciprocations, the heart's contentments, the way it is getting fulfilled is different. A huge difference. हाय करने से किसी का दिल के अंदर हमारा कोई भाव जागृत नहीं होता है, बट जाके किसी का पैर छूने से, दंडवत करने से, एटलीस्ट यहाँ तक हाथ जोड़ के नमस्कार करने से भाव जागृत होता है. देयर इज सम रेसिप्रोकेशंस ऑफ मेलो. इसको कहते हैं रस. So that is getting developed. So our Vedic society, Vedic educations is filled with so many emotions, which makes a human being to cherish a long life, even if at a most difficult time. It will help us to sustain. However, the modern Western culture is killing this. If I'm not, if I'm saying wrong, you can note it and tell. So, um, so married people have significantly lower rates of alcoholism. So, as I said, in this world, we cannot say anything absolute. However, things can be given a right directions. So, married people are having significant lower rates of alcoholism, suicide, psychiatric care. They are not frequently visiting for psychiatric care. In fact, before 50 years, 60 years back in India, there is no concept of psychiatric. So higher rates of self-reported happiness. So-called self-reported happiness means, let us take a mobile phone or smartphone or something, go to a corner, enjoy independently, and that enjoyment doesn't last long, ended with disaster. So this message is being given by Dr. Robert Coombs, is a biobehavioral scientist at UCLA, conducted a review of more than 130 studies. So those in married relationship experienced a lower rate of severe depressions than people in the other category. See, अगर आप कोई व्यक्ति मैरिड रिलेशनशिप में है तो उनका जो रिलेशनशिप में खटास, different kinds of khatas, which concludes something being explained in the below points, बहुत कम होता है. There's a lower rate of severe depression than people's in any other category. The annual rate of major depressions per 100 is as follows. Married, never divorced is 1.5 only. Never married is more, 2.4. Divorce is more, is doubled to 4.1. Cohabiting is 5.1, and divorced is 5.8. See, so this is the data. Researchers at the University of Massachusetts says married people experience less disease, morbidity, and disabilities than do those who are divorced or separated. Because this is not because of some physical problems they are coming of, it's because of emotional problem they are facing, which cannot be maintained with our this, with our the spirit, with our what do you call, the neurosystem, and because of that so many problems are coming. Men and women are at much greater risk of being assaulted if they are not married, reported the US Department of Justice. See, we are not saying from India, we are not saying ki something is happening like this. Even research from US, which we are talking, ki the leader of this whole world now is giving this data. If men and women are at are not married, they are at much greater risk of being assaulted. Okay, the rates per thousand for general aggravated assaults against males are 5.5 who are married. See, the number is very less. 1000 में केवल 5.5 है. Divorced or separate case में 13.6 and never married is more dangerous. Okay, so if he is never married, Vedic society says something called Sampurna Brahmachari या नैष्टिक Brahmachari. There is a ashram also. But however, in Western countries, there is no concept. There is no such concept. So never married is always dangerous. Females, in terms of females, in 1000 general aggravated assaults against females are for married females 3.1 only, very less. Divorced or separated is 9.1 and never married is 11.9. The rate is flat. It's not that exponential like men's. Okay. The best environment to raise children now, the case of children is, see, so once the marriage is happening, the children must be there. Vedic literature says why one get married to beget a child, and that is what the psychophysical nature of a woman. Women is always expecting I should get a child from this man. That is what being the system or the psychophysical nature of a woman is designed. So, uh, and also, if a man is getting married, the expectation is to expand. That is why it is marriage. And in Vedic literatures, the wife is being spoken as stri, patni. So, stri means to expand. Stri means to expand. Hmm. Uh, if you are getting a stri or a wife and not expanding family, means we are deviating from the responsibilities of marriage. Yes, that is what the Vedic marriage is designed. Of course, Vedic marriage, if I could drill down, I could say the marriage, in fact, is happening in Vedic life only. Of course, gradually, people want to become uh, insane or live according to their whim. Hence, there are so many other religions has come up and explained so many ways. Jesus explained the same thing, but however, the degrees or intensity is less. Muhammad explained in same thing, the intensity is less. However, message remains same. Like one, three friends having uh, addictions of smoking cigarettes. So one is a chain smoker, another friend smokes 20 to 30 cigarettes a day, and another smokes only 5 cigarettes a day. But all three are smokers. So they had some problems in their body, and they visited a physician, a doctor, and doctor advised three in different ways. The doctor advised the chain smoker, saying you should reduce the number of cigarettes, at least if you're smoking cigarette 100 cigarettes per day, comes down to at least reduce your number to at least to 70. And he came back, and the second friend went, who is smoking 30 cigarettes per day, and he is being advised, saying, the doctor said, only reduce to only 5 to 10 cigarettes per day. That's okay. And the third friend is being advised by the same doctor at the same time, saying, stop altogether smoking. When all three came together, discussed among themselves, saying, doctor remains same, problem remains same. Why this person said, you stop altogether. And this doctor said to my second friend, saying, you can smoke about 10 cigarettes or 5 to 10 cigarettes, and the other case is 70 cigarettes is okay. How come the doctor understand and advised like this? So the message is clear here. If the doctor asked the 100 chain smokers to stop altogether, he could have said, it's not possible, doctor, you are mad, and he'll not follow. So intensity could be message intensity or instructions or advice intensity would be intensified if someone is serious, or someone is capable to understand. So likewise, uh, the Vedic scripture explains with highest intensity, whereas other literatures are saying the same message but the intensity is low. So likewise, and in terms of uh, the Vedic literature says spokes over here, but the Arjuna is being advised by Krishna, saying a man can remain Naistik brahmachari, whereas Muhammad is explaining about you shouldn't, at least you shouldn't have sex with your sister and mothers, but the message remains same, like the cigarette case, doctor's advice. Because if someone is doing so, how could if someone is so agitated to associate physically with his own mother and sister, how could he be advised to become a Naistik brahmachari? For him, it's impossible. So likewise, the message remains same everywhere. So adolescents who have lived apart from one of their parents during some period of uh, childhood are twicely as likely to drop out of high school. So it means so if अगर कोई बच्चे अपने बच्चों सॉरी पेरेंट्स से दूर रहते हैं, तो नॉर्मली जो पेरेंट्स के साथ रह के पढ़ाई करते हैं, तो स्कूल ड्रॉप आउट होने से पहले, हाई स्कूल ड्रॉप आउट होने से पहले एटलीस्ट एडोलेसेंस से इन्फेक्ट हो ही जाते हैं। मीन्स दो गुना प्रोबेबिलिटी ज़्यादा है। और बिफोर 20 अगर बच्चे हमारे बाहर रह के पढ़ाई करते हैं, पेरेंट्स के साथ हार्डली इंटरेक्शन करते हैं, इनके साथ मिल के नहीं रहते हैं, तो बिफोर 20 इन लोग के मन में एडोलेसेंस डेवलप हो ही जाता है। So 1.5 times as likely to be ideal out of school, out of work in their late 20s. तो कुछ और बच जाते हैं, जो कि 1.5% चांस होता है, प्रोबेबिलिटी होता है कि अगर बाहर रहते हैं तो जॉब करते वक्त होते हैं, नहीं तो 20 के बाद होते हैं, एट द एज ऑफ 20 और इससे बाद। The study conducted at the University of Utah said that paternal divorce hurts young children because it often leaves them in the care of highly stressed and irritable mothers. Usually, so if some husband left the wife is naturally unstable in his mind, so is so always stressed. So how could she maintain the child, and hence the child's get the impact. Children without fathers more often have lowered academic performance. It's not always true, but usually one or two cases we are advertising in the society too much, whereas the actual fact is here. If one case comes out, his father is not there, but he becomes such a big leaders and all like this. However, in general case, if children without fathers definitely more prone to less of or lack of academic performance. It's more cognitive and intellectual deficits. Okay, and increased adjustment problems. Usually, a person whose father is left, is not dead, is prone to hyper risks and is not able to adjust to difficult situations or with the others. Even the death of a parent is not as devastating to a child as losing one by divorce or desertion, because Why it is so? Single parent family created by the death of a spouse have their natural protective mechanism distinguishing them for other single parents families. Like some kids parents suppose passed away, but the respect remains same. The mother is always explain "Ki your father was like this, he's such a great hero, such a great personalities. You please take this path, take his path, and his photographs will be there. He'll be explained like this way, and hence, my dear son, my dear daughter, see your father is not there. You please be sincere, and that way, uh, that is a blessings. However, if a parent is living but left because of so-called separation, divorce, or desertion, it is more devastative. So nowadays, the single parent family is coming up. Last session I was speaking about. So there is no concept of single parents family. Even though the father was dead, the father's respect, image, protective mechanism is there in Vedic families, which is gradually changing, and the Western mechanism is getting in. Because of this, there are so many families and children are getting devastated. Hmm. So Dr. James again, a child psychiatrist at Children's Hospital in Washington, D.C., provocatively asserts a dead father is more effective father than a missing father. See, a is provocatively speaking. No one is asked. So, but still he's speaking because it is his inner voice. He got this experience. So this is very difficult situations. So here, Bhagavad Gita also explained the same thing long ago, when such situations has not yet come. In Bhagavad Gita, first chapter, 40th verse, explained, Kulakshaye pranashyanti kula dharma sanatana dharme nashte kulang krishnang aghurma bhivathu achyuta. Hey Achyut means, O Krishna, when a dynasty is destroyed, its tradition get vanquished, and the rest of family becomes involved in irreligion, adharma, dharma nasta. हम्म अगर एक डायनेस्टी खत्म हो जाता है, डायनेस्टी कब खत्म होता है? जब जब डायनेस्टी का कुल स्त्रियां, जब डायनेस्टी का स्त्री पल्यूटेड हो जाते हैं. कब पल्यूटेड हो जाते हैं? जब इनको प्रोटेक्शन नहीं मिलता है. जब प्रोटेक्शन कब नहीं मिलता है? जब इनका हस्बैंड्स नहीं रहते. नेचुरल. So women's need protection. Women's needs protection. Women needs protection. If they will get protected, they'll nourish best, and they could energize the society. And in past there are so many examples. Okay, so because they are having the qualities by the Lord, by God Himself, by birth, that becoming soft, becoming tender, service attitude. So these things are they are inherited from the birth itself. With the body it comes. So if these qualities could be nurtured in a better way, they could be a biggest weapon to lead the society. That's why Arjuna was explaining, if I kill these kshatriyas, and they have so many queens and daughters and the childrens, they'll be completely helpless and unprotected, and because of that, the kulastris, a dynasty women, will be polluted, and once they'll be polluted, the progenies, their son and daughters, will be polluted. And how could you expect a peace living? And what will be the consequence of this fight? So why should I fight Arjuna, Krishna? Okay. Then what happens? Adharma vibhava Krishna pradushanti kulastriya strishu dishnasu varshniya jayate varna sankara. That's what I explained with the uh, preponderance of vice. O Krishna, the women of the family becomes immoral. And nowadays, becoming immoral is a fashion for women. That's it. That's what is going on. So, and this is being considered as becoming equal with the man. which is creating adverse situations. Like there are so many universities, the boys and girls are living together in the hostels, and the parents were thinking we send our children to become nicely educated uh, at the from the hostels. I can give the examples. uh, when we were coming sometimes from different odd shifts, we saw the college students or even working ladies were coming at 1 o'clock with the boyfriends and all, and enjoying the party. So now we can say what is wrong in that. No, we're not saying what is not wrong in that. The problem is the polluted. The women will prone to pollution. They will be exploited if they are not being protected properly. So this is not becoming equal with the humans, man. Of course, man is also not advised to go at midnight to hold the party. Occasional situations are different. So that too for higher reasons, not for only enjoyment. So uh, that's the way the society is being designed. That's why the argument is being propounded by Arjuna to Krishna. So the problems the modern families now are many. Out of this, I have highlighted few. The how to make our family life a blissful one. First of all, we need to make a balance, because we all are professional and working professionals, and also educated. Everyone is responsible, so we should understand and get trained how to balance our family and work, family and profession, which is equal to difficult. Equal to difficult. It means balancing family and profession is difficult, but not impossible. So it means if something is not impossible, it may be as much harder as we'll not put our effort to resolve it. सो अगर हम एफर्ट ही नहीं लगाएंगे कि बैलेंस कैसे किया जाए, इसके बारे में सोचेंगे ही नहीं, जैसे आज हम लोग आके बैठ के डिस्कशन कर रहे हैं कि हाउ कुड वी बी हैप्पी. So we are investing so many times in work and profession, but we are forgetting balancing the family also, because we are not considering it's an integral part. Because of this, after certain amount of time, it is creating a havoc. It's like um, to 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 earn money, we are investing money. To earn money, we are investing time, and doing so, we are forgetting our health and relationship. And because of that, what is happening? To recover this relationship and health, we are again investing, not investing, expensing our money. So anyway, the money is getting exploited. But if someone is balancing this, the money may not come much, but it will be balanced. Doing so will be happy. But uh, like Bhagavad Gita speaks, um, as without our efforts, the unhappiness or sorrow is automatically comes upon. Exactly in the same way, even if we'll not put our effort, the happiness destined will definitely come. Then the question may arise, why should put effort? For what? The purpose is we need to perform our duty. So this way, if this perspective is clear, our balancing family and work will be easy. We have duty for our family, we have duty for our society, we have duty for our profession, we have duty for our health. So there should be some balance, and to balance this we need to prioritize. To balance this we need to invest time, quality time. If we could do so, we could develop a nice healthy family living. So more difficult for working women and men. So if both side is working, both are professionals and working, the ego goes sky high, which is exactly difficult to touch with. Even you cannot see the horizon of ego, and because of that, the expectations becomes unrealistic. With unrealistic expectations, how could you say one will become happy? What to speak of others? If we'll expect from ourselves which is unexpected, suppose say we are expecting to become an IAS. Let us take an examples to become an MBBS doctors or post graduation doctors. So if you'll see, more than 50 lakhs, yeah, more than crores of applications come for the entrance. Hardly few people get the chance. Around 50,000 rank coming out of that, hardly 10,000 guys are getting into this medical science education. And after that, hardly 10%, 10 to 20% are getting. I could see the data based on that I'm saying, but you could tell better. 10 to 20% are able to complete this, uh, uh, means on one time attempt completing this graduation, and post that looking for post graduation, it's an impossible task nowadays. So if someone is not capable of cracking the entrance and expecting to become a post graduation doctor, it's absolutely unrealistic expectations. And because of that, the expectations is absolutely mismatched, and hence it's not possible to meet that. And that is why the situation is chaotic and the person is going on under stress. Because of that, there are so many people's students who are going for this entrance examinations, specifically in Jaipur, uh, uh, Kota, for the entrance going for suicide. To become a doctor, to save the society, serve the society, serve so many lives, save so many lives, he himself is killing his own life. See, this is because of unrealistic expectations. So, this ego is such a powerful thing. At the time of creations, it's being incorporated in our heart, our mind. This, even after of devastation of this whole world, is not going. It is being uh, uh, being engrossed and encompassed inside the, uh, as you know, this medical doctors, in our, this ego is encompassed inside our subtle body. Even if the gross body burnt into ashes, the subtle body carries the ego. When it enters into another body, the same ego make it dance, and the same problem. So this ego, to address this ego, we should learn how to deal with. So this is another topic. However, to balance a family, although it is difficult, not impossible. So for this, we need to invest our quality time and understand the ways. So there are so many arguments. I'll simply touch this topic. I'll stop here now. Because of this ego, there are so many, and mismatch in our expectations. There are so many arguments, and the argument goes on based on our nature, ambitions, and expectations. From Shastra, it's not only at this point of time. Lakhs and lakhs of years ago, in Satyuga, Sati and Lord Shiva. I think you people heard about this story of Lord Sati and Shiva explained in Srimad Bhagavatam. Lord Shiva is explaining and counseling Mother Sati. Please do not go to your in-laws. Go to your mother's place, father's place, means his in-laws place, because you are my sweet wife. You have so many respects and regards for me. You know me. That's why you personally came to me. Otherwise, you you have all this luxuries, you left everything, you came to me because you know my greatness. You love me too much. You have sacrificed so many things for me. But your father, a respectable father, will not be able to regard your all these feelings, thoughts. So if you'll go there, they will hurt your feeling. And because of that, you will not be able to maintain. So please do not go, my dear wife. But Sati, being sober and a straightforward lady, she was saying, father is father, mother is mother, all these relatives, friends, even if other persons who are outside of our family, uh, everyone is being invited, they're coming. Might be my father is organizing a biggest festival, was inviting interplanetary beings, so he might be forgot. Anyway, father is father, what is wrong in that? So Sati went, and you know the consequence. At the end, Sati was being uh, uh, embarrassed by speaking ill words of Lord Shiva by his own father, and because of that, she ended her body. So, because of this arguments, see, Lord Shiva has explained in so many ways, but Mother Sati didn't accept. No, we are not. We are taking one incidence, but in many cases, many of these mothers or the wives are explaining the Prabhujis or the husband, but the husbands are not accepting their words. There are a number of examples, and the consequence is devastating. Okay, the same examples of mother, what is that, Brinda, and her husband, what is that, Mahisasur, he was being killed. Sorry, Shankashur being killed. So so because of this perfect argument and counseling and advices, at least we shouldn't be outright saying no, absolutely wrong, whatever, my way is highway. This is the extreme. Like a pendulum, one extreme is my way is highway, another extreme, whatever uh, is being discussed is final, nothing can be changed. So both the extremes are risky. But yes, we have discussed something, but at this point of time, we should reconsider on that. So such kind of counselings are needed. So if we'll get a chance next time, we'll get into such situations with more data elaboratively. So I'll stop it over here. Thank you so much, all of you patiently hearing me. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Once again, a very informative and very enlightening session. I think this will definitely help all of us to have better relations, better family relations, and better relations in our personal lives. So I quickly take a few questions, and I request all of you are listening to us. You can post your queries. We have received a few questions, so I will quickly take that and we'll discuss, and accordingly we will proceed. So the first question, Prabhuji, we received is, as far as you said about ego. So sometimes we have seen in professional lives, both partners are at a very senior position. So we need further clarification and maybe further explanation how to deal with that kind of egos. Like if both are professionals and at a very senior position, sometimes we have seen that they both are not able to manage that thing in their personal life. Any tips and maybe any guidance how to manage that?
Yeah, it's ideal to have such kind of situations because uh, both of the partner having higher positions and regards, and they're having that kind of mindset in the society or in their own ambience. So when they comes together, the similar expectations are there, which is absolutely wrong, and the partner, both side, is not able to understand this. This is inertia, this is happening. So the professional life should not interfere in our family life. First of all, we have to live in such a way that, and the family life should not be mingled with professional life too. However, if you are mingling these two, let us make a balance, saying, uh, suppose say in our family there are so many events and incidents are happening. Let us share those positive vibrations with our professional mates. And in professions also there are so many happenings are happening. So let us explain and discuss all these things at home, which we could rejoice both, and let us respect both's views. Okay. And for that, suppose say if that is not happening, someone is saying my way is highway, or both the sides are saying my way is highway. So what we'll do, we should look for someone we both have regards, so that he could come and resolve. Simply one two statements we could get into resolutions, because we both are intelligent. Both partner are intelligent, because of that they're able to manage a big society. If they are having a big position, big corporations is running, so both are intelligent, but somehow the understanding goes vice versa. Okay. So to make it a balance, someone, you're telling about a counselor is being there. So if counselor, but counselor is not a professional counselor, give some money tips and come back, that will not work. Which is becoming a business nowadays. Counselor means this both should have a nice relationship for that person, and have regards, highest regards for this person. And how is it possible that counselor must have also lead an ideal life? Otherwise not possible. Counselor is advising so many points, but he himself is not living a very good life. That will not work. So for this ideal living, if both the partner is having regards for the counselors, things will work. Although sometimes go ups and downs, but things will comes and becomes balance, and they'll be happy, and they could research this negative events in future. Okay.
Right,
Of
right.
course, of course there are so many other points we could take into considerations. Whatever has happened has happened. Let us go and invest time with our family, and weekends we'll enjoy with our family, not bringing this egos from our professional life. If you could do so, these are temporary solutions, but permanent or long lasting solution is a counseling part.
Right. And there is one more question. In fact, this is a very common issue which we are also facing in our day-to-day life and in our clinics also. Many times we have seen people right now. So we used to have this joint family culture and elders and the son and like the other people were living together. But these days we have seen more and more people are moving towards the nuclear family. Although in many families we have seen that still they are living, but sometimes we have seen, and the issue is from both sides. Many times we have seen either from the parent side also. Sometimes they are not able to understand their kids and the new members who have joined in the family, and on the other side, the new members also who are coming in the family are not able to adapt. Sometimes we have seen. So, any tip or any solution, because this is a very important issue which we are seeing in our day-to-day life as far as families are concerned. How to make that all the families remain intact or maybe adopt each other, especially the new members who are joining in after marriages and all. So, any guidance on that aspect, Prabhuji?
That's a wonderful point, Prabhuji. This is happening to us also. It's not only for the professionals. So such situations comes to everyone if someone is a family man or family woman. Okay. So many people will come in a life, many relatives, friends, and all. So, but everyone uniquely connected or related to us. So everyone in that relationship will be dealt with, but we cannot make a balance saying ki I'm dealing with my wife also in the similar fashion I can deal with my friends. That will not work, or my mother. So but we should have regards, respect for everyone's relationship. If you could do so, then the subsequent things will happen. The subsequent things are like this. We could respect for their words, activities, deeds, and also some inconvenience may come, because as per our expectations things should have happen like this, but this person is doing the other way. So we may not become hearted, rather be patient, calm, and explain ki your this situations or activities is not liked by me, but in a soft manner. But I'm not saying ki you are wrong. So expressing the thoughts, I'm just expressing my thoughts, but I'm not saying you are wrong. But if you could do or improve this way, it'll be more convenient to deal with you, and I'll be more happy. So expressing so many things, like this is a medium of communications. If we'll keep our communications open, not closed. Suppose say I saw my partner uh, uh, rising late in the evening, morning, and sleeping late in the night. She is busy with so many other activities. So I thought कि ये तो ऐसे ही है, ये बदलने वाला नहीं है. It's closed end communications. So I didn't say anything. No, I should keep it open and give multiple chances. Once, twice, thrice, then one day she or he will be able to realize and understand me. So this way we could improve the communications, and hence the situation will improve. And as many peoples will come in our life, they will try to influence us. So हमें जब कोई इन्फ्लुएंस डालता है, फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल हम कैसे रिएक्ट करते हो मैटर करता है. हम जानते हैं हम किसी किसी के द्वारा इन्फ्लुएंस होना चाहते हैं, तो हमारा नेचर क्या है और हम हमारे लाइफ के लिए क्या अच्छा है उस व्यक्ति के सीखना चाहते हैं, या केवल एंटरटेन करना चाहते हैं, इनके साथ एंटरटेनमेंट करना चाहते हैं. तो हमारे जीवन में बहुत सारी चीज सीखने के लिए है. तो कोई एक व्यक्ति से भी बहुत सारी चीज, किसी भी एक व्यक्ति से, छोटे बच्चों से लेकर बूढ़े से लेकर, तो whatever relationship we have, we could understand and learn these qualities from that person, and because of that we could respect them. So they are the few tips.
Right, Prabhuji. Thank you so much. And I think the final maybe question, or maybe the many people have joined late. I request all of you to rewind this session, because there was an excellent presentation with the entire data that has been presented today. So you all need to watch that, see that, and take some guidance. Quickly, Prabhuji, if we can summarize, Dr. Shahid is also want to say that if we can have some keynotes from your end, maybe we can conclude this session that these are the key points or keynotes for a happy life, or for a happy family life, so that accordingly we can conclude the
You're
session. And
asking about 10 keynotes. Okay,
yeah,
I didn't mention anything number. However, keynotes are there. I think I get a chance to summarize this again, because I have so
yes,
many other things to explain. Then I'll come to these keynotes. Yes,
sure, sure.
is it okay, Dr. Muhammad?
Fine. I think we can maybe in the next session we can take this up, and Dr. Shahid is continuously following us, and we'll definitely take this up. And again, thank you so much. I think many of you have joined and watched this session. I was seeing that on Facebook, YouTube. So many people are watching us live. So thank you so much for all of you joining on this Sunday, lovely Sunday afternoon. And thank you again, Sham Prabhuji, for taking this session. This was a very important session, and in fact very useful and very informative, because we all are dealing with all these issues in our day-to-day life, either in our personal life, or our, especially the doctors are also dealing in their professional life as well. And if we get some this kind of information and understanding, it will definitely help to all the people who are connected with us as well. So the whole idea of doing these sessions is this only, and we will be coming up with many more sessions in future with you, with this con, and the entire team. So thank you so much again for your time, and thanks to all the participants. Have a great day ahead. We'll definitely looking forward for another session with you. Thanks.
My humble gratitude to all of you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Piyush Prabhu. Hare Krishna.